Outworlds, schauen wir mal. Ich habe ja so das Gefühl, dass es in, äh, wenn es was startet, in Outer Worlds nicht mehr so lang weitergeht. Irgendwie. Nee, ich weiß, dass es genug Leute gibt, die die Filme mögen. Ich bin eher in der Unterzahl, was Leute angeht, die es nicht so brauchen. Ähm, Das klang jetzt nicht so, wie ich es meinte, aber du weißt, weißt hoffentlich, wie ich es meinte. Gott sei Dank habe ich noch keinen Moderator, der irgendwie Quotes speichern kann oder sowas. Und Klippen tut bei mir auch sehr wenig. Das ist gut. Ignorieren wir einfach, was ich gesagt habe. So. Ich mache es bei mir ein bisschen lauter. Und dann schauen wir mal. Ähm, Ich habe gesehen, dass du geschrieben hast. Ähm, Hellboy 2019 ist auf Prime. Kostenlos auf Prime? Oder ähm, musst du noch was zahlen? Weil mir wäre selbst die kostenlose Zeit nicht wert. Also ich würde, von mir aus kann der Film in einem brennenden Autowrack verbrennen. Ich fand furchtbar. Ich habe eine halbe Stunde geguckt und habe ich ihn ausgemacht und meine halbe Stunde zurückgewollt. Ähm, Wenn du das irgendwie nebenbei mal guckst oder sowas, dann könnte er vielleicht interessant sein. Aber ich glaube, es gibt bessere kostenlose Filme auf Prime. Ähm, ja, also ich fand ihn furchtbar. Vielleicht ist echt eine Geschmackssache, aber ich fand ihn äh, die haben versucht, zu cool zu sein und ich will die alten Filme lieber nochmal einen neuen als den Scheiß. Aber ja. Also ich kann ihn nicht empfehlen, sagen wir es mal so. Meinen Segen kriegt er nicht. Ich will es dir aber auch nicht zwangsläufig ausreden, den zu schauen. Bei mir wäre es, wie gesagt, die Zeit nicht wert. Da würde ich lieber einen anderen Film gucken oder irgendwas zocken mit den 1,5 Stunden. War das Ding schon immer hier? Hm. Hm. Wie gesagt, du kannst da auch einfach mal eine Viertelstunde reingucken. Mich hatte halt sauschnell genervt. Greetings, Kraken. Greetings. Corporate Slug is the right term, yes. Wo zum Fick ist Pravati? Parvati, wie auch immer. What the hell? My favorite crew member? Ah, engine room, most likely. Yeah. Not gonna check the toilets. Well, it is what it is. If you don't like it, there's no point. But the characters are charming enough for it to be very enjoyable. There she is. Hello. Good. I'm okay. I just wanted to know where she is. Ja, also, wie gesagt, Hellboy 2019. Meh, meh, meh. What to do? What to do? Kitsune, du verziehst dich wieder? Dann noch einen schönen Abend. So liest sich es zumindest. Quest Type of the Void. Another of Hawthorne's logs mentions looking in Gladys' shop for. Da habe ich ja jetzt auch noch nicht wirklich geschaut. Wo sind wir denn? Wir sind beide im Groundbreaker, dann gucken wir doch mal. Dann gucke ich mich doch hier nochmal um. Allein, ist auch gut. passiert noch was? Ah, okay. Muss man wieder schwer beladen oder was? Overburdened. Let's sell some shit. How far did you get, Kraken? Still overburdened. Oh, I should meddle with my shit, but no, it's actually too late. Thanks. Although I prefer one of the other armors, but I actually prefer this for the visuals, but since I don't ever really see myself. Oh, iron sights! Good evening, welcome. What a rare sight. Still fucking overburdened. Never mind then. Let's do. Let's get rid of some of the shit and put it back into our ship so we're not constantly overburdened. Thanks. Sometimes on Sundays I'm having a real hard time with my streams because my ISP is overburdened on Sunday evenings. Who would have known that people are using Netflix? And I put a lot of work into setting the stuff up, so I appreciate when they claim it's looking good. And when I play Dark Souls, I for some
Didn't our
reason do have
request no
trouble.
more fertilizer shipments be brought on board? Who keeps ordering these?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I should have sorted shit out before I started the stream, I know. Let's hope free movement will be a thing outdoors as well. Yeah, on Dark Souls, I sadly do have some delay on the cam and the mic sound for some reason, and I can't figure it out. And the longer I stream, the worse it gets. And I do not know why the fuck that is. But it has only happened on Dark Souls so far. Which is bad, because I enjoy streaming Dark Souls, and I wanted to keep my daily Dark Souls stream up. Daily, weekly. Hey, Corpse Bride, I am not a robot, as much as I wish that I am. Hold on. But no, I'm not a robot. But hey, Yakshimash, how are you, Corpse? How are you? Let's look around here a bit. Well, there's only one way to find out if I'm a robot, but it's gonna be hard. Don't quote me on that. It's gonna be difficult to figure out if you're so far away. So, yeah. I don't know where I'm supposed to find intel. Here. I don't really have any clue what I'll be doing after this. But I fear this might be the last session, that we will be done soon enough. I've not taken the Turing test. I'm not going to betray... no, I haven't found the time to do the Turing test. Maybe Chair is just the streamer, and I'm the meat puppet that he uses as a facade. I'm doing great. I hope you're doing great as well. I'm a bit tired, but that's Sundays for you. And I appreciate you showing up before you stream later on, which I assume there will be one. Okay. Ah, no! Now you saw it. Okay. Yeah, never mind. I'm not negotiating, okay. But maybe here? Nothing interesting, really. Just more cards. I don't know how I'm supposed to find leads here. Probably have to talk to people. Yuck! Talk to people.
Passing through.
Okay.
Minding my own business.
Why are you panicky? I'm sorry about that. How come?
One nearly ran me on the way in.
I thought streaming would do quite the opposite to you.
As you were.
Ah, so you are basically procrastinating? Is that what's happening?
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons to feed.
That's a good thing.
You can feed the sprats, sure enough. But then the neighbors start moaning about hygiene.
Same with pigeons. Yuck. And then you play Dark Souls 2, and the anxiety is literally kicking you in the butt. But you're making a lot of progress in that game. I'm really surprised how well you're doing. I'll never play that game again. Well, then I'll talk to you.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Straight to the point, eh? All right then, on you go. Anytime, sweetheart.
Okay.
You know where to find me.
Then I'm not really sure how to do anything for this quest, so let's fucking abandon it. Of course, as you've seen, there's no right or wrong way to go. You can ignore, for example, you could potentially ignore one of the starting areas completely and be overleveled when you come back to make it easier. That would be an option. Just, I don't know who would do that, but it would be an option. It's a nice thing about the game. It is not on Steam, no. It is entirely exclusive to the Epic launcher right now, which
If
is
you
fine.
stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
I like the game. It's one of the best games last year. If you like Fallout or something along those lines. This game is amazing. Byzantium. Okay, Mr. Clark. Chemicals, okay. It is not the best game out here. This one is just, it has great characters, a nice way of writing, and it's not too huge. I think you can beat it within 20 hours or 30 hours, which is a perfect length, something like this. Okay. And I think many liked it as well. I don't know anyone that really doesn't like it. There's people that don't get into it too much. I think Kraken is still struggling, but everyone is okay or loving it. So it's always a good recommendation. Don't take my word for it. Okay. And nah, I'm not doing any exclusive YouTube content anymore. I put far too much time into it, and then there's like 15 people watching it, which is like the amount
We're
of
now
hours
over
I
above
put
Brazil,
into it.
Captain.
So it's, if I don't really feel like it, I'm not gonna do anything for YouTube anymore. Oh yeah, there's a Switch version announced for the game. Yeah, I might go and buy that. Not
Check
right
someone to
away,
watch your back, please.
but the idea is a good one. Where's Ellie? Oh, yeah. Let's take her with it. I figured out a little bit of the list in my head. I thought about it, but I really don't feel like doing any YouTube anymore. Right now, it's just lazy copy and paste the VODs on there. Sometimes something else, but really not a big deal. Kill everyone run. The genocidal route. Nice. Oh, we went there already. Never mind. This way it is. Corpse, will you be doing the art stream today or not? I sent you a picture. If you haven't seen that yet. But I would love to be there for the stream, so if it would be tomorrow, I would love that. But since I'm 1 out of 5 people, so don't look at me like this.
Wouldn't it be something to see an Earth assault cruiser land here?
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way one would fit.
How would you know? You've never seen one.
It would be amazing. I would love that. picked one of the most super pictures I could find and sent it to you, so. Or that. I don't know how much you have to change your setup or something. So.
I love Byzantium.
I'm walking about aimlessly. This is stupid.
What's gone into Bachmar?
I think I've figured out what you need.
Hmm?
Besides a smoke and some privacy? Our crew's like a machine. All the parts got to work together or we'll shake ourselves to pieces.
I've never been good with metaphors, Parvati.
We need each other to work right. You need a team, and I need someone who'll be truthful with me. Even when it hurts.
The only thing I need is people staying the hell out of my business.
If that were true, you wouldn't be here.
You're acting real funny. You drop a wrench on your head or something?
Okay. I mean, I will come into your stream later on because you're probably gonna stream longer than I will be, but I'll not be there from the beginning for sure. Really depends on how long this goes. If this is done within half an hour, but I doubt it that it will be that quick. Oh no. Can you help us get in
Something on your mind? It's like one of those stuffy art gallery pieces. Looks okay from far off, but once you get close, you realize it's just some mismatched shit everyone's agreed to overpay for. Even the bribes are overpriced. The real question is, why didn't I leave sooner? There's all these invisible rules, and everyone spends all their energy just trying not to break them. I was a top-tier surgeon, but I could hardly open a pack of gauze without 10 people signing off first. That's no way to live. People call Byzantium the jewel of Halcyon, but really, it's just paste. Everything's polish and bureaucracy. Take a close look and you'll see it's deader than anywhere else in the colony. Don't trust anyone, don't touch anything, and whatever you do, don't show your teeth when you smile. People are extremely competitive about cosmetic dentistry. It can get ugly.
Okay.
Interesting like a colonoscopy. I trained as a surgeon. More my folks' idea than mine, but I made the best of it.
I mean, interesting is a neutral term, so yeah. Take care. Enjoy your stream. Thanks for dropping in, Corpse. I appreciate it more than you think.
Lots of them, unfortunately. I even sculpted a few. Turns out Byzantines are more concerned with having square shoulders and a good profile than, well, anything else. That's what I've been saying.
The Acropolis district is off limits. Move along. Yeah, and I'd really like a new Hammersmith grenade launcher. Hammersmith, the most trusted brand in brutality. But we can't all have what we want. And seeing as you don't seem the executive sort, you obviously don't belong in the Acropolis district. Hey, I've been trying to get a post at the HHC, but they keep turning me down on account of my odious interpersonal skills. Or something. Anyway, I've worked here long enough to know every clerk by name and face. And since I don't know yours, you ain't getting through. You're new to the ministry? You one of those lab coats they promoted from a company town? That was yours? Wow. You earned that promotion, all right. So you start tomorrow, huh? You know, they should have set you up with an ID 6 to 8 weeks ago. You do that. Yeah, all right. You're good to go.
That was easy. And cheaper than bribing them.
I never could have handled the desk job.
This is lead 2. Maintenance tunnels. Ah, been there, done that. There's shit lying around. Gardener. Chairman's office. Office clerk. Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Uh-huh. Alrighty then.
Captain, I stand out here like a big, greasy thumb.
Yeah. So. Hello.
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Antiklaus, a subsidiary of Colway Pharmaceuticals. If you'd like to make an appointment, please request an application form. If you'd like to request an application form, please make an appointment. Today's greeting is brought to you by
Yeah,
Antiklaus.
thank you.
Do we really need all the
subsidiary of
security?
Colway Pharmaceuticals.
I have to go through 3 checkpoints just to take a bathroom break.
Can't be too careful. Dissidents like Phineas Wells will stop at nothing to ruin this colony.
But couldn't they concentrate the security outside the building so we can get some work done?
Why are you so bothered by having a few guards around? I think I'm gonna have to speak to your supervisor about these dissonant leanings of yours.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
You're fucked, lady. Nice dress. Manly, I feel like doing the kill everyone run right now.
Our UDL security attendant is always prepared.
Oh god. Do I have to give up all my guns? Whew.
Please step away. This entry is for high priority HHC business only. If you're not clear to know, then I'm definitely not clear to tell you.
Okay, fuck off. Wahrscheinlich der einzige Weg. Yep, okay. Let's save real quick.
Say your business.
It's either you let me through or I'm gonna shoot everyone.
Please step away. This... Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. But this looks right. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B. I'm not authorized to employ humor on the job, ma'am. Now, let's see. Damn it. When did I run out of forms? I was going to suggest that myself. Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms. And I can't afford the citations for impeding HAC business. So, just know there are a bunch of guards upstairs, and they're all high on dervish mist and low on patience. So try anything funny, and they'll paint the walls with your guts.
Oh, that's exactly my thoughts. And they'll probably really fuck me up if I try, so I'm just gonna steal from them.
Okay, make him regret it.
Maybe I won't. It's murder time. Yeah, it's always murder time in Germany. I mean, Yeah, I could do that. No elevator music. This is awkward. Let's better look down. Like, it's an untold rule, right? Oi.
I understand you're Maverick Johnston's new star. Well done. Personal assistant to Adjutant Akande and Chairman Rockwell. I'm also responsible for organizing the adjutant's stationery, which is more of a hobby. Ah. Oh, you were being serious. I'm obliged to inform you that Chairman Rockwell is unavailable for an indeterminate duration. Will there be anything else?
Obviously not. Sealed. That's probably all sealed. No. Maybe not. Let's save real quick. Okay. Ha, dope.
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you?
Nope. Thanks. No. Thanks. I'm fine as it is.
One person gets all this space. Just to sign papers all day?
Let's loot this place before they come in here. I could do the quest stuff in here before they find me or chase after me. But closing the door was obviously working. They probably need 20 forms to open the door. How long does it take to clear an abandoned office building? Welcome, Chairman Rockwell. Sent Minister Clark's message yet. View priority message.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
was all a story, wasn't it? It's not real.
I don't know about you, but I'm all for living fast and dying young.
Do-do-do. The board reputation decreased. Who would have thought? Now to get...
I beg your pardon. Minister Clark's former office is currently closed to solicitors. What? Oh dear. Thank you for reminding me. I can't stand the thought of someone else's hands touching my custom letterheads.
Yes, about that. Goodbye, then. Don't look at me, you gotta look at the floor. And we gotta do her quest, huh? Bijou review, whatever. But the guy's too close to shoot. He's a quick melee weapon. War of Words fizzles. Monarchstella Industries blasted dies with a whimper. Ooh, this is nice. Oi. So what now?
Something on your mind?
Day drinking sounds nice. It's a bit late for me, but the idea is good. Ha ha. Thanks for stowing that away. Restricted area. HR.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That woman from downstairs is still in the cafeteria.
That scientist? The one who's been hounding the clerks? Ooh, gives me the shudders, too.
They're all pretty unpleasant. What do you think they actually do down there?
Best not to ask. Remember that one clerk, Emily? She found a badge one of them had dropped and went down to return it. Never saw her again.
Let's check HR real quick. Maybe we can get a key card or something. Hacking skill too low. It's only 2 points lower than it need be. That's bad. Or 3. Because of the permanent concussion. Damn it. Shit. Ah, that was this place.
Not so fast. The Ministry of Accuracy and Morale is off limits to everyone without X-36 level clearance.
It's okay. I'm a doctor.
I don't care if you're a brain surgeon. If you don't work here, or for Chairman Rockwell himself, you're not getting in.
Worth a try. You'd be surprised how often that works.
Like I said, X-36 clearance only beyond this point. I don't know how you got that, but I still don't know you, and I don't have any new clearances on the list.
Okay. Let's go this way then. Or let's check upstairs. Let's do that first.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him into custody.
Oh, law, what did they take him for?
UDL's been questioning anybody with possible connections to Phineas Wells. And, well, Tillman designed all those wanted posters.
So UDL's interrogating Tillman? Ugh, that's disgusting. Can't believe I had lunch with the guy.
There's probably some item that gives a temporary boost to hacking skills, but I wouldn't know which one, so let's search the place. Unless Menly knows by heart what I need to eat or drink to. Let's check real quick. Inventory. Personality +1. Meh. Oh, fuck it. Saving done. Don't mind me.
Soldier?
My hologram is working, don't mind me. Dope. That's a cozy place. Fuck. Not sure my hologram will work long enough. I don't even know where to go. Fucking hell. Oh, okay. What's up? Yeah, it's really quiet. But the good thing is, this way our hologram recharged, so... So you went in guns blazing, I take it? this is a maze. Fuck. I think we might be screwed. Oh, we most likely are. Hello? Now? What now? Did we take something? The human experimentation station. Uh-huh. The thing is, but my hologram isn't working anymore, so.
I'll keep it down.
Ah, this. I don't have a fucking clue what's going on. I don't. I really don't. Oh, I think I need to go back to that fucking canister again. Shit. Now we can leave. It's just in this fancy town to wreak havoc. Okay. Yep. I don't think this game will be too much longer. Really don't think so. Thing is, if you haven't seen the previous times we played this all will not really make any fucking sense. So I'm sorry about that. Manly hast du wirklich alle umgebracht da unten. This where your parents live? Gonna rob your parents, just saying. Also ich habe mehr Glück als Verstand, ist das, was du sagst, Manly. Rather lucky. Hello.
Marilyn, is that you?
Laws, we certainly didn't expect to see you like this.
And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises today, aren't we? Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around the system for a while now, stirring up all sorts of trouble. There you go again, Captain. Always menacing polite society. Anyway, you're probably wondering where I've been all this time.
Not exactly.
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe the messes we've gotten ourselves into. Right? Yep, we're a pair of disgraceful lowlifes.
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time. Perhaps you should go.
That means it's getting fun. We'll stay as long as we like. And while we're at it, we'll drink your expensive hooch, wear our outside shoes all over your nice floors. Just a second. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when can you afford that?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we hadn't heard from you in ages.
We thought you were dead.
I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you again.
I'm afraid the distinction was lost on us, darling.
What did you do?
Why, we did what any grieving parents would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather substantial.
You what?
Of course. And we shall always harbor that joyful secret deep within our hearts.
And you'll report it to the insurance company, right?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities. The neighbors would be sure to notice.
Why did you do that?
We had to explain your disappearance somehow.
We couldn't very well tell people you'd run off to become a miscreant, could we? Shh! Someone could hear you.
We concocted a story about Celeste Jollycurl designing a pair of 12-inch heels for you.
One of a kind, naturally.
That led to your tragic death when you tripped and broke your neck.
It was quite the story. People were talking about it for weeks.
Not until I get some answers. Couldn't you have at least made up a better story? Something with pirates or raptidons? And what are you gonna do now that we're here?
Yes, about that. We were just about to ask you to, leave.
Quietly, if you don't mind.
If you really knew your daughter, you know quiet is not her vocabulary.
Well, we're trying to avoid further embarrassment.
I'm afraid it would cause quite a stir if the neighbors saw you two stomping about.
That's it? You just want us to disappear now?
Marilyn, please.
Don't cause a scene.
Let's just get out of here, Captain. Fine. I'm gone. Forever this time.
That's still some shit, though.
My sights! Don't!
Oops. I slipped.
What do you think you're doing?
Keep it quiet.
Fuck you. This place is stupid. This quest is stupid as well. What say you?
Let's talk outside.
Okay.
Can we talk?
Yeah.
Can you believe those two? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's garbage.
Lovely parents indeed.
I thought they'd be scandalized. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their vapid aetherwave dramas, and then we'd walk in. Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. Father would tear off his glasses and blink open-mouthed.
This is a very specific fantasy.
Shh, I'm getting to the good part. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either, the leather's fake but the scars are real, or, oops, did I just track awesome onto your rug?
How about it's payback time and I'm collecting with interest?
Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my story. Father would throw his hands up because this would be just like me to come back and make a big scene. Then Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." Her eyes would be red and she'd have her fist in front of her mouth to stifle a sob. I'm not hurt. I'm outraged. Affronted, even. I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know. And I've got a reputation to maintain. Hey, the last thing I want to do is sit around thinking about all this. I want to take action. I want to... Wait a second. What if I could get that money?
Keep talking.
I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. All the payouts would go to me. I'll make money without doing a thing. And I'll get to cut them off. As long as I don't develop a taste for Woolgonzola and bad legal dramas, that's fine by me. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. They have an office in Byzantium. Maybe you could use some of your people skills to help me set up a dummy beneficiary account. If that doesn't work, I'm sure we can find one of their terminals and do it ourselves. What a relief. The less time we have to spend in Byzantium, the better. Something on your mind?
Das heißt, wir müssen jetzt... Hold on, hold on. Na, das ist Bullshit. Okay, wir können also hier wirklich uns verpissen. That's good. Okay, let's leave this fucking place. I love the idea of ruining the parents. really do?
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship.
Yeah, as always.
You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career.
Who the fuck are you?
You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us.
Why? I love the dumb conversation options. Dumb. The answer is no. Get out of my ship. Okay. Want to forward exactly.
He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation,
Yeah, I saw the
sedition.
flyers.
I could go on.
No.
Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath. And he's using you. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send us a tracing signal from his communication terminal. Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
No, thank you. Nee, Fallbrook war... Fallbrook war es doch, oder? Location... Byzantium. Ja. Interessante Quest.
We're now in orbit above Fallbrook, Captain. Do return in one piece. Captain.
Will do. Du bist gespannt, was ich mache, oder wie? Phineas has been the only cool character besides my crew, so why should I rat him out? I don't really see the point. We've been playing the whole game to do that, and I don't see any problem with sticking with the plan. But I'll probably have a save game to see how things go.
This looks like a place. You ready to get my money or what?
Hold on. Let's be smart. Hello, ma'am.
I see you're still in one piece. However, you never know when that could change. Consider our accidentally torn into tiny fragments coverage. Note that all of your fragments must be recovered and must be smaller than a standard bit card. I remember that one. That's the young socialite who broke her neck, right?
Of course, no one remembers me for the marauders I've killed or the bits I've stolen. Typical.
That claim was airtight. Our best investigators couldn't find an exclusion for that one.
Are you serious?
Well, We interviewed the parents extensively. They had plenty of awkward childhood stories that illustrated their daughter's clumsiness and capriciousness.
Hey, those are entirely made up.
Furthermore, the claim spurred a whole line of fashion-related policies. It's become a very lucrative market. You can't, of course. Only Miss Fenhill can assign her beneficiaries. And she's dead. If we let every friend, relative, and acquaintance change a policy like that, people would do it all the time. Oh, you mean hypothetically? Well, hypothetically, you'd access the terminal in the back room that contains data on all our policies. And you'd, theoretically, add the beneficiary of your choice. But you wouldn't actually do that, of course. That would be fraud. That's for the best. What can I do for you?
That's it for now. Thank you.
Real slick.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. No need for applause just yet. Hello?
Well, well. Aren't you the very picture of good health and sound decision-making?
Sound decision-making, that's
However,
me.
We can't
That's
make
my
good
second
decisions
name.
all the time. Please note that to make a claim under this policy, you must describe your error in detail before a panel of relatives over the age of 65. And also note that doing so nullifies the privacy and plenty. As my boss likes to say, we've ensured unusually expressive eyebrows, outrageous statements, disastrous, usually character act. Speaking of actors, you're a one thing's for sure. You won't find better policy protection against sudden lunar implosions.
Komm aus dem Büro raus, Mann. Yep.
You really did it. Give these payouts a few years and I'll be rolling in it. I've never been prouder to stand back and watch someone else work. I'm just glad my folks aren't going to live off that awful story they made up. Maybe now they'll have to go back to real jobs. Sure. You did my job, so here's your fee. Don't make it weird. Even you've got to be in it for the money now and then. Why else would you go through all this trouble? You sure? Because my kind of friends will pick your pocket clean while they're getting hammered with you. Yeah. I'm not trying to get all mushy or anything. Still, maybe you've got a point. Maybe it's good to watch someone's back now and then so that one day they watch yours. So, you just keep the money. One of us has to look out for your interests. Don't mention it. Really. This feels weird enough as it is.
Weird. Ich weiß noch nicht mal, was ich machen soll. Keine Ahnung. But tja, also es sieht ja schon so aus, als wäre es langsam. Eine der letzten Quests. Phineas, ich komme. Okay, let's go there.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Make a safe game, just in case. Thanks, I'm done with you. This is gonna be interesting. I hope. Really.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes 2 things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, damn. We're out of time. We're out of chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope.
Could we just skip the part where you ask me to do something insane?
Merciful gibbering law! You're a genius! Skip! We can skip the Hope, don't you see? If we can't go to the Hope will come to us. unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive.
Yeah, Ada can do anything.
Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. Certainly. How can I help? It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny. Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
This is fine.
Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems.
Yeah, more mouths to
The
feed.
Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it. You absolutely should. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time. The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. This way I'll have time to set up some particularly nasty defenses. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses. Certainly.
Okay. Wo, wie, was? Wo ist Terminal? Da.
That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time. I won't wish you luck on the Hope. Can't rely on luck. Rigorous calculations and sound logic. That's the ticket. What's on your mind?
Okay. Guess that's more about it. What can go wrong?
A reminder to all crew members. There is only one toilet. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Meet me in my office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain?
Was habe ich gemacht? I level up to 30. Yeah, I did talk to Phineas and he wanted me to track him, but sent a corrupted signal. That's what I did to buy him time. That's it. That's it. Nothing will go wrong, Kraken. Never. Trust me. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why you would choose to betray him for real. Still got points left. Fuck me. Ah. Enough of the smart hat. And now we're gonna use the skip drive to jump
We
the
have
ship.
arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2. Or the Sun.
Good thing I'm great at math. I know all the best numbers. Okay, let's do this.
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering.
Yeah.
Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
Wasn't my idea. We're all gonna die and it's fine. This is fine. Who the fuck is this? Corporate recruit, okay.
Something about waking a derelict ship puts me on edge, Captain. Hope you know what you're doing.
No, I don't. That's exactly the point, really. This is the same model as the Groundbreaker. Quincy Duncan. Well, they will end up seeing me. Oh shit, okay. If this is the same, then we can sneak around, but he'll probably see us. There was a back way on the... yeah. The Groundbreaker. There seems to be less worry after death. Yeah. So I don't mind it. Why is she doing monkey noises when she falls down? Ooh. Contact them? Damn it. Sprats everywhere. I don't know why I'm still stealing shit, since I feel like this is the end of the game, but I'm still stealing shit. Could you please close the door? Thank you. Our suit will not work long enough to make it safely. Maybe it will.
Poor bastards. They're never gonna wake up. The least we could do is bury them.
If I start shooting shit now, everything will go south, right? I'm trying to hide then.
I see you've located the stasis chambers. Which pod were you slumbering in for so long, Captain? The missing one, I take it?
Whew. Hui. That's kind of tense. Let's take a look here real quick.
Should we assign fresh?
Oh! Those things gave us away? Really?
Everyone all right?
Jesus Christ. I'm winging this. I have no fucking idea what's going on. So. Let's maybe use quick save more often. Before more dumb shit ensues. I mean, I'm disguised, but I still don't want to talk to him.
These were the private quarters of the Hope's former crew. Shall we hold a moment of silence for the dearly departed? No.
This is not the way to go.
That's odd, because my programming would indicate that when forced to confront the idea of self-death, organics prefer... Oh, that's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
I don't know what the fuck was going on, but yeah.
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use some beefing up. Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die. Wait, are you leaving me with the Hope's computer? You have no idea what it's like to converse with him. Imagine, simulate another organic jostling your circuits when he tries to... I mean, I'll be ready when you are, Captain.
Okay.
Are you sufficiently prepared for the...
Let's do it.
Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive.
Oh no!
And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved? Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends. Yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
Everyone dies, please. Come on. Or we smash into Terra too. That would be fine as well. Boring!
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Ugh. I feel like my stomach's still back where the ship used to be. I need a hard drink and a long nap.
You always need a hard drink, which is fine, I guess. Oh, we gotta sneak back out. That's gonna be horrible.
Here we go! Nice work!
Fuck this. Though we could loot shit for a second. See, we're fine, I told you. That's not the way to go. That's weird. Ah, okay. Start up. Ooh. Das war alles. Hey, Sorrow. Grüß Gott. Hast du den Namen geändert? Ganz alleine? Nö. Nö, nö.
Captain, I am receiving a transmission from Dr. Wells. Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
Thank the Lord you warned me. I was able to get some defenses up, but they might not be enough. The board has sent some serious firepower to pry me out of here. They're trying to get in here, and I'm not sure I can stop them. If they capture me, if we can't communicate again, there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible?
Yeah.
How can I be of assistance?
I'm in the mood for some entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? I wish I was your second derivative, so I could investigate your concavities. As you wish. May luck be with you.
Why did
Of course, as I am sure you are aware, luck does not exist. But it seems to comfort humans to believe they possess good quantities of it. We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Let's kill them all. Oh, what did I get something decent? It was a flamethrower or something. Yoka. Is this doing better? No, it isn't. Yeah, let's do this. Oh, Mimics. Du Arsch. Ja, mal schauen, was jetzt hier geht.
Got it. Heads down.
Kill them all, Yoka. Time to use the flamethrower. She won't use flamethrower. Too bad. Bubbles. Is it dead or been taken? At least was defending himself quite well, it seems. Yeah, the pigs are very yummy. Well, since he's not here, he won't mind us stealing his shit, right? Right?
Make it look so easy.
It is easy. Finn's Force. Vortex Mace Ultra. Nice. Bubbles! Come here. Oink, 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 oink. Bubbles. Ooh. Yeah, it's swine, but how do I... Or bubbles or something along those lines. I get it. Search them all or something? Or is there a key in the swine or something? One of these? Ah, there it is, okay. Knew it had to be inside one of the pigs. Poor Bubbles! If you have seen the screen, Finns have been perniciously kidnapped and very probably incarcerated by the... Yeah. If this is Hawthorne Jr., well, off to Tartarus, I take it. But yeah, since this is
Crew report. Yoka is drunk. Surprise.
probably not gonna run for more than maybe next week if I...
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Okay.
So, Phineas got himself taken to Tartarus. That's usually a one-way trip.
Cheerful, upbeat music playing.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
The Labyrinth is a massive maximum security prison on an uninhabitable planet. Being incarcerated there is seen as a fate worse than death.
Still, we can't do nothing. It wouldn't be right.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite impossible and deadly. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now. You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared out of my wits. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain. But there are worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
We gonna prepare? Sure. Guess I could give my ass-kicking boots another coat of polish. You got some sort of plan in mind?
The fewer folks we got to hurt, the better. Maybe on our way out, we let all those poor souls locked up in there go free.
Sure, boss. You do the talking. I'll pack a few more rounds of ammo.
Ja, ich glaube, das ist ein guter Zeitpunkt, um zu speichern. This most certainly is a good time to save. Okay, it's up to you, chat. Do I do this now? I don't know how long it will be. Or will we save that for next session? It's really up to you guys. I don't care either way right now, to be honest. Now? Like I said, this seems like we're done this session, basically, with the game. What are we gonna do next? Any ideas? Let me know. Otherwise, it will be 2 times Dark Souls a week. That's all I got. Ich gehe nicht schlafen.
Something on your mind?
Let's do this. Nee. Ich habe nicht wirklich viele Nebenquests. Die, wo ich hier die Modeling-Scheiße machen soll. Und die sind für ein Po. Die mache ich eh nicht. Also wir verpassen nichts. Ich erwarte ja, dass Eridanos DLC ist. Yes. Ugh. Sorry, aber Mass Effect ist nicht meins. No, I've done my saving.
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure. Resident count is as follows: 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows: 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows: 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would
Yeah.
also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed. I wager it'll take a bit longer than it takes you to lose your patience and storm out of your ship looking to get shot. To be honest, that'd make my job a lot easier. You come out, we shoot you full of holes, and then everyone goes about their day worry-free. Except you. You'll be dead.
Nice.
Protocol is important, ma'am. The sentencing of one crime does not preclude the sentencing of another, technically speaking. Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Looks like you're gonna have company at the execution. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance? Goodbye.
What? From the groundbreaker? Ja. Nee, ich kann mit Mass Effect einfach nichts anfangen. Sorry, Manly.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardat.
Okay. Cool. I like this gun. Burst fire is not the coolest thing to have, but yeah. Nice. Oh no, sorry. Did I want to do that? I don't know. Didn't want to shoot them. I'm so used to having iframes while opening doors from Dark Souls. I thought I could do that. Ich habe eine dezent große Liste. Didn't want to shoot them or dead anyway, so.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardat.
Somebody clean up this mess. What's that
interrupting him. Sorry! Okay. Ammo? I need that. All the ammo. Gold.
Big mistake.
Was? Achso, ich dachte, das wäre eine von uns. Haha. Sorry, pal. Well, music is good.
Gotta admit, I'm not too keen on walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
This might be the loneliest place in the whole system.
Hi, Nettie. Grüß dich.
Whew. We have a lot of shooting to do, Captain.
I actually wanted to sneak past, but you know. Probably not gonna happen.
Keep him quiet, Captain.
You ain't seen shit. Oh. Ich hätte gehofft, dass es leise geht. Oh well. I thought it would be one hit. Shit. Did he have a key card or something like that? No. So I need to get to that terminal. Fuck. Oh, come on. Did I soft lock myself? No. Tried to be sneaky. Tried. workbench. Nice. Everything we need. Guess I wear that. Jackpot! Sorry, Dave. My bot doesn't like you. I'm sorry. I really have to figure out how to set it up that it allows a lot, but not everything. I'm sorry. Einer von euch auf die scheiß Dinge geschossen? Danke. Trying to be sneaky.
What was that?
Incoming!
We're being sneaky, as you can tell. So, yeah. Is there something useful? Since we killed everyone, we might as well take that shit, right? Got me up in store. I appreciate that. Just in case anyone cares, this is basically the end of the game, so if you don't want to spoiled, sorry. Just a warning, real quick. How does this? Can I? Let's save real quick. Ah! Won't let me drop down? Ah, it will. I was just being stupid. Ammo. Well, I could have done this earlier and would save myself a lot of shooting, huh? Melody. Hello, Melody.
I'm working as fast as I can, all right? If y'all would quit bothering me, I'd get this done sooner. Fixing the FPS system. FPS system. It's redundant, Melody. Can you just let me work? I'm almost done. Forced pacification system. If the prisoners riot, we gas them. It went a little haywire after the last deployment, so here I am. Anyway, I need to finish this, so get out of here, will you?
Okay. Think we gotta mess with that system, huh? First, loot.
What? Of course. Why? Well, we don't always get what we want. Is that a joke? Whatever. I need to fix this before I get in trouble, so stop bothering me.
Maybe if I wear my smart hat. Gimme. Gimme the coat.
What? Why?
Fuck.
Well, we don't always get what we want.
Can I shoot her? Did that give me the passcode? No, it didn't. Damn it. Sorry. Your death was meaningless. Shit. Damn it. Damn it. Let's search for the passcode then. Today's password. What? Is that it? Oh no. Do I have to think now? Come on. Don't. Okay, it doesn't really matter, does it? Really shouldn't have taken that concussion thing back then. I didn't even realize I did. So. Oh. Is this what we wanted to do? Maybe.
Let's go, troops. Stellar Base counting on us.
Okay, so everyone's helping us. It's pretty cool. Obliterate him. Dave's store is like GameStop, but good. So, yeah. The Insane Games, it's called. For what I've seen, it's pretty dope. It takes a general idea behind something like GameStop and does it well. Aw, fuck. It's a very simplified explanation, but I guess that gets a picture across.
To shreds, you say? Incoming!
Lead armor. 92! Whoop whoop. Let's wear that. Brutal. Bracelet. Okay. I guess I'm wearing my normal helmet again because the smart way didn't work too well. Yeah, it's the wrong screaming though, Franken. Unsealed door. Thank you.
Well, look who it is. I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Ah, I knew I smelled Monarch when you lot walked in. The stench of sulfur, depression, and desperate bravado is unmistakable.
Keep talking, and you'll be smelling iron. Ain't nobody so important I won't put a bullet in.
When you go off and get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'll want it recognizable to show to my citizens. Haven't you heard? Phineas is working for us now. It took some doing, but employing an efficient management strategy of putting our guns to his head seems to have done the trick.
Very subtle, I know. Should I have left the chairman alive? No. Why chocolate yummies? I don't think I should. You mean a lot of angry women? Hello? Hello. This is all bullshit. Ain't no one got time for this. the rest of my crew? Seems like it. Ich habe die nirgends gefunden, die Kinderregel. Die Special Edition, leider.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for outreach speeches, but the captain needs our help.
Splat.
So get in there and fight.
To shreds, you say?
Peekaboo. Who is Grim? Is he fighting for us? I don't recall that name, but since I can't shoot him, maybe he's on our side. It's fine. Whatever.
What? Huh?
No, there we go. Shoot him while he's on the floor. Ah, that was one of the fucking MSI dudes. I have to reload. Sorry about that. I don't want them as enemies. You just don't know what the fuck's going on, so... Oh shit. Do I have to talk to the asshole again? Ah, damn it. I'm sorry, I should use quick save more often. Yeah.
The cat.
Seen this already.
When you go off and get yourself shot,
Sorry, we have to do this again. I'm sorry.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for outreach speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight.
That gun is kind of weird. That's okay.
What was that? To shreds, you say? Huh? Put him down!
Nothing personal, I swear.
This is nice. Calm before the storm and all that.
Whatever comes of this, I'm just real glad to know you all.
Thank you.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've been working with Dr. Wells from the beginning. When we moved to arrest him, he was prepared. I lost good soldiers in the attempt. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty. I'm afraid I can't do that. For all your talents, you are the enemy of Halcyon, and therefore you are my enemy. Dr. Wells is being held in my custody. His cooperation will prove invaluable, even if I have to beat it out of him. All that's left to do is put down this riot, arrest you, and then get on with the bloody business of saving this colony. In that we are in agreement. An end to violence is precisely what I want. An end to chaos. An end to senseless loss of life. The only obstacle standing in my way is you.
Yep.
I take no pleasure in this, you know. I simply have... Leaving you alive is too great a risk. Goodbye, Cap. If you insist. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden.
Yada, yada, yada. Shut up. Shut up. Who cares?
Process.
It's gonna be tough. Barely do any damage. Oh. Get rid of those, please, for me. Thank you. There's no real way for me to heal my buddies. I gotta rethink this. Whoa! Hello. Okay, I gotta rethink my strategy there, I think. Maybe. It's loud. Is it loud for you guys as well? Might have spilled some drink. Or is it okay? This could be an option for a computer. Okay, good. It seemed very loud, then I'll turn it down on my end. But I will take a short break. Go to the restroom real quick, and then we'll do this.
Mic off.
So what's the plan?
Mic on.
Ja, Pipi-Pause. Okay. Let's try again. Jesus Christ. This gun is shit. No, the fucking robots are coming, okay. Falsche Taste. Once the robots come in, it's a nightmare. I don't know how to deal with the robots, to be honest. Except running in fucking circles. And this is fucking lame then. I don't know how this gun works. I feel stupid. Gauntlet. Let's reload real quick. Jesus Christ. This sucks. Need to bait his fucking attack there, the ram attack. Everyone knows I love fights with added bullshit. It's tedious. Come on, Dutch. Don't die now. Hui. That was just tedious. Yeah, still alive somehow. Let's get this back. Oh, nice. Didn't even realize those things were above us during the fight, to be honest. We were fighting beneath.
Why won't
The chairman's ashes keep yelling. Interesting.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. I'm all right, thanks to you. Akande wanted my cooperation. I'm quite sure she would have beaten it out of me if you hadn't arrived. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish.
DLC?
You and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation is far worse than any of us ever anticipated. I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory, but we have a serious problem on our hands. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals.
Earth, that shitball.
2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. we're entirely on our own.
It sounds to me that we've been alone for at least 3 years. So, nah.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony.
We started
one
with the
problem
brightest
at a
mind.
time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us?
I'm going to do what I've always done, whatever I want all the time. Huh? Oh, sorry, I wasn't listening. I was thinking about getting some ice cream. Somebody has to run this colony. I'm the only competent person left, yeah.
When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has been severed, and so we have been set free. Our future is uncertain, and no one knows what tomorrow holds. Exciting, isn't it?
Gee. Golly gee.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment she landed in Emerald Vale, her actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast's manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks. The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever. Adelaide McDevitt replaced Reed Thompson as the leader of Edgewater. She and her followers transformed Edgewater in their image. Anyone loyal to Reed was pressured into leaving town, and those who stayed behind adapted to her way of life. Adelaide transformed the old cannery into a new garden. The nearby Edgewater Cemetery provided a convenient source of fertilizer. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. She and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific advancement. Breakthroughs in dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances. Nearby colonies send aid and supplies. Life will never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Jo. Ja. Langer Abspann, aber alles ein bisschen erklärt. Ja. Muss mir was Neues suchen. Ja. Ich muss es noch nicht mal posten. Also, ich poste es trotzdem, aber ja. Es waren wenigstens die wichtigsten Leute präsent als Zeugen. Ja, eins der besten Spiele von letztem Jahr. Definitiv. I quite enjoyed that. I literally enjoyed that a lot, and I don't regret sticking with it. I'll have to find something else for Sundays. I will be able to find something, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's go and see if you can now raid someone. Ja, es ist schön, wenn man so ein bisschen Übersicht hat. I'm all for raiding Corpse. Yeah. Are you with me on that? Yeah. Let's go raid her. The best. For everyone that didn't follow yet, but I think you all did, please do so. She's lovely. She's lovely. Thanks for watching. See you on Tuesday. Bye.